A small town girl from Haryana who was told girls don't become engineers ended up writing her name in the stars, literally. On February 1st, 2003, the world watched in horror as Columbia Space Shuttle broke apart. But what they didn't know was the incredible journey of the woman inside who defied every single odd to reach there. This is the story of Kalpana Chawla. March 17, 1962. Karnal, a small town in Haryana, India. A baby girl was born. Her father named her Kalpana, meaning imagination. But in 1960s India, imagination had limits, especially for girls. Kalpana's family was progressive, yes, but society not so much. While boys flew kites, Kalpana looked up at the sky differently. She didn't see kites, she saw aeroplanes, she saw freedom, she saw possibility. Her father, Banarsi Lal Chawla, noticed something special. While other girls played with dolls, Kalpana sketched flying machines. At dinner tables, while others discussed marriages, she asked, Papa, how do planes fly? But here's the problem. In Karnal, in the 1970s, girls had a predetermined path: school, college if lucky, marriage, family. Engineering, that was a man's world. Space, that was science fiction. When Kalpana told her family she wanted to be an engineer, the reactions were predictable. Relatives whispered, neighbors gossiped, engineering for a girl, what will people say? But her father did something extraordinary. He said, let her fly. 1982, Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh. Kalpana Chawla, one of the very few women in the aeronautical engineering department. Imagine walking into a classroom where everyone stares, not because you're late, but because you're a woman. The whispers followed her everywhere. She won't last. This is too technical for girls. She is just here for a degree, then marriage. But Kalpana, she didn't just survive, she topped her class. She graduated. Now what? Get a job in India, get married? That's what everyone expected. But Kalpana had different plans. She wanted to go to America, to study further, to chase something bigger. Her family supported her, but the world outside, not so much. People called it madness. America? Alone? A girl? But Kalpana knew, comfort zones don't make astronauts. University of Texas at Arlington, Masters in Aerospace Engineering. She was thriving, but she was also alone, far from home, different culture, different language nuances, different everything. And then she met Jean-Pierre Harrison, a flying instructor. They fell in love, they got married, but this created another problem. Her family initially struggled with the idea, an intercultural marriage, in 1983. Imagine the conversations. But Kalpana chose love, and her family eventually chose her happiness. Now the real struggle began. She wanted to fly, not just in her dreams, actually fly. She got her pilot's license, then another degree, PhD in aerospace engineering from University of Colorado, 1988. But here's what nobody tells you about dreams. They're expensive, not just money, time, energy, rejection. She applied to NASA, rejected. She applied again, rejected. You know what most people do after two rejections? They quit. They say, maybe this isn't meant for me. Kalpana applied the third time, 1994. She got selected, not as an astronaut, but as a research scientist at NASA Ames Research Center. Close, but not there yet. She worked on simulations, on airflow, on computational fluid dynamics. Important work, yes, but not space. NASA announced astronaut selection. Kalpana applied. Out of thousands, only a handful would be chosen. The odds? Astronomical, literally. The training was brutal, physically exhausting, mentally crushing. Underwater simulations, zero gravity training, survival training. She was pushing 40, competing with people younger, stronger. But here's what Kalpana had that others didn't: a lifetime of being underestimated. And that's the most powerful fuel. March 19th, 1995, she was selected. Astronaut Kalpana Chawla, the first Indian-born woman in space. But selection isn't flight. Training took years, grueling, endless years. Technical failures, physical setbacks, psychological pressure. Imagine training for something where one mistake could mean death, not just yours, but your entire crew's. 1996, 1997 passed, no mission yet. Waiting, the hardest part of any dream. November 19th, 2007, Space Shuttle Columbia, mission STS-87. Kalpana Chawla, mission specialist. As the shuttle lifted off from Kennedy Space Center, a girl from Karnal became a star among stars, literally. She orbited Earth 252 times, 10.67 million miles in 376 hours. And you know what she said when she looked down at Earth? When you look at the stars and the galaxy, you feel that you're not just from any particular piece of land, but from the solar system. She returned a hero. India celebrated. Little girls finally had someone to look up to who looked like them, who sounded like them, who proved that space wasn't just for American men. But Kalpana wasn't done. She wanted to go back. She trained for another mission, STS-107, Columbia again, January 16, 2003, the shuttle launched. For 16 days, she conducted experiments. She floated in zero gravity. She lived her dream. On February 1st, 2003, they were scheduled to return. The world watched. India watched. Karnal watched. At 9 a.m. EST, Columbia was supposed to land, but at 8:59 a.m., communication was lost. At 9 a.m., debris was spotted over Texas. Columbia had disintegrated. All 7 crew members gone, including Kalpana Chawla. The girl who wanted to touch the stars became one. So what do we learn from Kalpana Chawla's story? First, your background doesn't determine your destination. A small town in Haryana to outer space. That's not luck, that's relentless pursuit. Second, rejection is redirection. NASA didn't accept her the first time or the second, but she kept going. That's the difference between dreamers and achievers. Third, comfort zones are where dreams die. She could have stayed in India, gotten a comfortable job, but she chose discomfort, and that choice changed history. English learning tip. Kalpana once said, the path from dreams to success does exist. May you have the vision to find it, the courage to get onto it, and the perseverance to follow it. Notice the structure: vision, courage, perseverance. When you speak or write in English, use parallel structure like this. It makes your message powerful and memorable. Dream big, dream like Kalpana, because the only limit is the one you accept. If this story inspired you, hit that subscribe button, because every week we bring you stories that prove ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Remember, the sky is not the limit, it's just the beginning.